Retro Road Mappers, Mod Betty here. As you can see, I'm on the road. I just spent way too long trying to figure out how to rotate my phone, so this is about as good as we're gonna get. I am at Pops. Pops is in, I don't even know what state I'm in. I'm in Oklahoma. I've been in 3 states today. So, yeah, I just got pulled over for a speeding ticket. Well, I didn't get pulled over for a speeding ticket. I got pulled over for speeding and got a ticket. So I have had an awesome day so far. Hey, Lori. Oh my God, you made my day completely. Thank you so much for chiming in. Yeah, I'm in Arcadia. Thank you for checking in. I appreciate you filling in details because I'm going to be, I realized I'm a little bit brain fried, so I'm going to be short on names and dates or facts, but even though I just, as I said, even though I just got a speeding ticket and God knows how much it's going to be, I am going to be, I'm going to be high on the vibe here. So a speeding ticket in whatever town that was just there off of the highway isn't going to rain on my parade. So yes, Retro Road Mappers, Mod Betty here from I think it was day 4, day 4 of my Route 66 journey. I am here in Arcadia, Oklahoma at Pops, which is I'm pointing at the thing you can't see, but you can see that giant thing right over there. That is a giant, what I would call at home a tonic bottle. You know what, Anna, I apologize. Oh my God, Joe, okay, so first of all, Anna, I literally just spent the last 15 minutes trying to like sideways my, screen. It looks like it's the way it's supposed to be for me, but I don't know, this is all so new to me. Joe, I'm glad I'm not the only one who got a ticket there. I think that's how they make their revenue. I feel like I'm part of a club now, right? I'm one of those people who got stuck. But it's all good because this is the deal, is before that, and even right now, I had like the most awesome day. As I said, I'm going to screw up names and facts and stuff, but what I'm not going to screw up on is the feeling of being here on the road and the feeling that I got from all the great places we went to and all the really wicked awesome people we met. I'm going to try to go in chronological order. If I miss any place, I really apologize. As I said, I'm a bit distracted. I had the ticket and then I got to Pops. Listen to me. I got to Pops. And I drowned my sorrows in a tonic, because we would call it a tonic in Boston. But the first place we went to today was really cool. It was called, I'm going to screw up again. It's Gary Sinclair Station. Somebody built this guy. I see. This is the thing. You can probably Google what this place is, or Joe or Anna can put the details in there. But what I will say is this: it was a great place. We connected with the owner. They're the kids of the people who owned it. And see, I'm even screwing up the details. But what I'm telling you is that it was a place that we all got out and we looked around. They just built this place. This guy built this place. It was an old Sinclair gasoline station, and they ended up decorating it. So prior to the internet, so that people, if they were trying to do Route 66, they could actually do Route 66. So it would be kind of like, he'd be like, I don't know, the search engine to be like, if you got to his place, you could find out how to get to the next place. And it was just such a cool place filled with old signs and stuff. Thank you. Gary was Barbara's father. Yes, and we saw Barbara's father, and we met, Joe is going to be my resource, and I really appreciate this because it was such a special place because people were we were meeting other people on the road. We met some people from Spain. Guys in our crew were talking to other people about being in Vietnam. I'm walking around taking pictures of old signs, like it was at my grandmother's house up in New Hampshire. I'm not kidding when I say I walked around the corner and there's this wall, and I think you're supposed to sign the barn or something. It was raining, so we didn't do that. But there were these 3 robins like sitting up on the top just kind of looking at me, and I kind of looked at them. And this is really goofy, but there was the song Don't Worry, Be Happy playing on the background. And I was having such kind of a moment of this just being a really cool like place, and we're all on this road trip adventure together, that I seriously thought, like, okay, do they always have this song in the background? Like they should, because it was so true. And I was kind of getting stressed out, and I'm like, the birds And the guy was kind of telling me, don't worry, be happy. So that was a great place. The other really neat thing we did was we all posed for a picture, and we had a flag in front of us, and it was the Route 66 flag. So no matter where we were coming from, it was like there were people from Spain, somebody's got a Cuban flag, there's somebody's carrying an American flag. But at that point, we were all under the Route 66 flag. Like, we were all part of that. No matter where we all came from, we were kind of under that umbrella. So that was really cool. So that was one of many stops. The second one that I just was charmed beyond belief was the Boots Court Motel. Love this place. It's a little hacienda looking place. They still use it as a motel, and it was, what do I want to say? It was purchased a number of years ago by, and I want to say her name is Debbie, but I didn't meet her because I met the manager, Debbie D from the Boots Court, whose birthday is today. So happy birthday. I won't tell everybody how old you are, but I gave her a big old hug because she gave us the best tour of this old motel that they are renovating. And the coolest thing to me is that they're renovating it in the authentic old-timey way. Like, they're doing it right. They're putting it back to the old school. They're not trying to make it there. Yes, we did stay at, you stayed in the Clark Gable room. So it's a place Clark Gable stayed there back in the day. We did not stay there because of our itinerary. Ooh, the bottle's looking kind of nice there. See, there's cool things with being late. We got a great tour. Architectural preservation, historic preservation happening at that place, and I just love it. I would love to go stay there again. I bought what did I buy? Bought a bunch of postcards, because, hello, I need to be sending a lot of postcards. And what else? I got a pillow cover. So that was kind of a cool thing. It's like people are doing pillow covers because they're easy to pack. They're light. You can fill them with stuff. Actually, you can probably put your clothes in them or something. I don't know, but that was really cool. So that was really neat. Oh crap, I know I'm missing some places. We went to this place called the Cuckoo. It's someplace in Oklahoma. It's one of the last of a chain of 200 of these fast food places. And it was a delicious burger. I took a bunch of pictures. It was great. Here was a crazy thing too. I had guests in my car today. I've been driving all alone for these past many days and enjoying it. But I had Catherine and Dawn, who are from Los Angeles, California. They were in the car with me. Thank you. Wayland's Cuckoo Burger in Miami. Oh my God. Oh, excuse me. Miami, because it's not Miami. I was like, going to Miami. It's Miami. And it was great. And I heard that the place had only recently reopened because it had been closed for 6 months. So I feel so lucky that we were able to be there. So that was that. I would totally recommend that place. And then actually, so that's when I branched off. So our crew, that was the great thing about being in the car, was that my great compatriots in my car today, it was great to have people to talk to. I'm sure I talked their ears off. But then we separated and I went to Tulsa. I saw the Coleman Theater, pretty cool. And then I went to Tulsa, and oh my gosh, that place is amazing. And I'm getting a text from Cliff. I apologize. I think he's doing a gig. I'm just gonna, yeah, there we go. All sorts of things happening. So Tulsa, Buck, Adams, Route 66 Curios. I have to give a huge shout out to Lori, who just chimed in earlier. I don't know if I can do this because I know you're first. Yeah, Myers. Lori Myers was clutch today. She is a retro road mapper that I've never even met in real life. But I feel like I know her because we have followed each other on the Facebooks and the Instagrams and all that. And what she did was she ended up contacting a bunch of people in Tulsa, knowing that I was coming through town. They were like, hey, Maud Betty's coming through town. And so I got to meet up with the owner of Bucks, and we gave ourselves I gave her a big old hug. I had never met her before. Reese from the Oklahoma Route 66 Association came down and chatted with me, and that's why I'm so late here, because I stayed. I didn't want to leave. I was having so much fun talking with them, swapping stories, being like, what can we do to get people out here, because this place is so neat. They've got a muffler man. Oh duh, I videoed from it earlier, so you saw how freaking high on life I was after leaving there. And here's the deal, people, you were right. Joe and Anna, I apologize, I've got an Anna and an Anna on this thing. But it is about the people you meet, and it is about the connections you make with people. Like when I was at Bucks, I was there and there was this woman and she came in with her son, and then she was like, oh, I'm from Virginia. And then the next thing you know, like, they're talking about the fact that the muffler guy came from Mark Klein, who's in Natural Bridge, Virginia. And, you know, you just, all of a sudden, you're a little bit more open. You're talking to people that you may not have talked to before. And it is just the best thing. Connecting with people that you didn't think you'd had a connection with. And even a guy who's going to give you a parking ticket. Like, it's after he gave me the speeding ticket, he showed me how to get to Pops. And I was like, that's cool. And I'm going to drive really slowly there. Ed, I'm so glad you liked Pops, because Pops is pretty cool. I'm going to try to, I just love the bottle here. And I didn't know, I thought maybe it lit up, but it's so light out. Let me see if I can show everybody. Oh, you can kind of see the canopy of it. It's also a gas station. You get all sorts of sodas and tonics in there. I was gonna get a soda from Oklahoma. Oh, that was a cool thing. Sodas from Oklahoma. Here, hold on. Oh, Timbleweed Girl. I don't know where I'm gonna get to. I need to get something because I just had a strawberry soda, and so I'm a little bit like jittery. But let me tell you about this. This was the sweetest thing. This kind of just made, as if everything else didn't make my day. Check this out. So I'm in Tulsa for two reasons. I'm in Tulsa because I want to go to Buck Adams, and I have to give a shout out, even though he's not even on Facebook, to Len Davidson of the Philadelphia Sign Museum, Neon Sign Museum. Totally was the guy who told me about Buck Adams. I'm getting things wrong. I'm sorry. Bucks in Tulsa. And so I gave a shout out to him. But then the other reason I wanted to go to Tulsa was because the only other Weber's root beer stand in the planet, besides the one in Pennsauken, New Jersey, is in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So I went to it, and it was closed. Yeah, because I had spent so long, I stayed too long at the fair, as they say. So I was kind of bummed, but I still was like, okay, it's got a cool neon sign outside. I'm going to take pictures. It hadn't been closed that long, but I had such an enjoyable time, and I didn't want to leave Pops. But check this out. Here's the cool thing about them being closed, right? So I'm like, oh crap, they're closed. I'm going to take a picture of the sign, and I see some guy, and he's like, literally, he's emptying out the trash cans, and he's got an orange sign on, an orange shirt on. So I infer that he works there, and I was a few steps behind him, and I said, oh, hey, it looks like I just missed you guys, whatever. And he turns around and he's like, yeah, you know, we close. He wasn't dismissing me or whatever. I just can't remember what he said. And I went around the corner, as he did, to take a picture of the sign. And then I said to him, I said, okay, so I just have to share my story. Like, I know it looks like from the orange shirt you work here. And so I just have to share my story with you. Because I actually am here specifically to go to your... To take a picture of this Weber's, because I know of the only other one that's around, which is in New Jersey. And he says, oh, yeah, my grandfather, maybe his great-grandfather, my grandfather opened this place, blah, 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 you know, not blah, 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 like, you know, in this year, and tomorrow is their 86th birthday. So how awesome is that? Two awesome things. And then there's a third. One is, the guy I'm talking to that's emptying the trash can, he's like the guy who owns it. That's so cool. So we had an awesome chat. It was so neat. And it was just like he was talking about, like, his grandfather. And I said, oh, I heard, because I heard from the people at, I heard from Reese, because he's got a blog post about it he's going to send to me, or I'm going to post in the thing, about how they pretty much maybe invented the hamburger at Weber's in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So pretty cool thing, right? So he said, he was talking to me about the history a little bit, and then he said, yeah, and then tomorrow is our 86th birthday, right? So I was like, holy Moses. So here's the cool thing. Like, if I was kind of quote on time and I had left Bucks earlier, I never would have met the guy who owned the place, because he wouldn't be outside, you know, emptying out the trash cans and taking down the umbrellas. And if I had not gone at all, I wouldn't have known that tomorrow's their birthday. So it ended up being like, hey, I'm doing, like, everything's unfolding as it should. It's really cool. So I said, thank you so much for what you're doing. This place means so much to me. Like this, that you're still here, and you're one of only 2 other Webbers in the entire country. So please, thank you so much for doing what you're doing. You know, said goodbye. And then I'm sitting in my car, And then I'm thinking, crap, I was hungry. I was hoping to get something. And I looked, there's a burger place across the street that George Motz from Hamburger America recommended, Clyde's or Claude's or something. They were also closed. So I'm like, okay, I got to figure out what my deal is because I have stayed too long at the fair. As I'm sitting there, he comes around the corner and he gives me this little like, okay, I know, Susan, I know, I guess I could do this. I don't know, can people see? I want them to see that. Okay, here, halfway through I've changed to not be sideways for the people who say I'm sideways, but then you can't see that. So anyhow, and my hand's shaking because I'm using the goddamn selfie stick. I'll go diagonally. I will be something for everybody. So where was I? Oh yeah, so I'm at the front of Weber's and I'm trying to get my stuff together. I see the guy and he's like, looks in and he's like, oh hey, wait a minute. And then he goes in, he gives me a 6-pack of bottled soda of their root beer to take on the road with me. How awesome was that? And I said, oh my goodness. I said, thank you so much. You didn't have to do this, but it was so nice. Thank you. And I said, all I have is my business card with me because I'm stooge and I didn't bring any stickers because I didn't know stickers were a thing. And then I said, but can I give you a hug? So I gave him a big hug. You know, I mean, who doesn't need a hug? See, and now my phone is telling me to rotate my phone. Okay, any case. So I was pretty much high on life with that, people. So it's been a great day. My arm's starting to shake. I'm here in Arcadia, Oklahoma at Pop's, which is a place you're going to go for a pop. And I got a freaking speeding ticket on the way here, and I just had a soda. So I'm greasy, and I was cranky because of the whole I'm hungry and it's late and I got a ticket, but I refuse to let that get me down. You know what? Because this is what you do. You're going to be on the road, people. You're going to be on the road and you're going to have stumbling blocks. Like something's going to be putting your space in your way and being like, okay, so, you know, you're on the road to where you want to go. How's this? You're going to sit and you're going to get a speeding ticket. I didn't know I was speeding. I swear to God, I didn't know I was speeding. But what are you going to do? And you're like, okay, guess what? You're going to do a couple of things. You're going to get the ticket because he's going to give it to you. You're going to pay the ticket because that's what you have to do. Then you're going to get on with your life and you're going to keep on going where you're going. Like this is a little thing that gets thrown in your journey. You're going to have little roadblocks, and are you going to let this stop you and be like, oh shit, now I'm going to crash. Oh crap, sorry, didn't mean to say shit. I said it again. You're not going to let those things get you down, people, because life is a journey. Just drive your life. Even if you get a speeding ticket, don't speed, even though I didn't know I was speeding. And I don't know, just keep on driving. Just drive your life. That's what I'm saying. That's my thing, because everybody's got a destination. We've all got destinations and places we want to go to, and you just literally have to just drive there. So speaking of driving there, I got to figure out where the hotel is. I'm going to Oklahoma City. Looks mighty pretty. Oh, see, this is the funny thing. I noticed when I start singing is probably trying to sign off, except I will tell you one funny thing, and then I swear to God I will sign off because you're probably bored with me, so I told you I sing a lot in the car, which I do. I had guests in the car today when we were going over the Kansas into Oklahoma site, state line, and I started singing, Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping down the plain. And I knew all the words from like whatever. I knew it from like 5th grade maybe. Every night my honey lamb and I sit around and talk and watch a hawk making crazy circles in the sky. And on that bad, goofy note, Maud Betty in Oklahoma, loving Route 66, loving the road trip. Thank you everybody who has showed up every day for these videos that I did. I promised myself I would do them. I am doing it even though I'm standing in a parking lot with a selfie stick and a shaky hand and a greasy face, but I'm doing it because that's what life is all about. Saying you're going to do something, do it. So if I can do this, then you can do anything you want, all right? So I apologize to anybody who I was sideways for. I'm going to figure out how to rotate my phone next time. And just drive your life, people, okay? Just drive your life. Maud Betty, over and out.